friend. Hello, my subscriber, my viewer, my athletics enthusiast, and a fan of this channel, athletics in general. I hope your ear is rolling out as you wanted it to be. If you have control, you have so much control, don't you think so? Yes, you do. Is how you stay on that rail of life. I hope it's on a treadmill. If it is, yeah, you can speed it up, slow it down. Yes, it's me, my friend, getting into your space, asking for your attention for another episode of Tukoriada with your host, none other than the perennial dude that keeps rolling it out for you. Athletics. Wow. Season. Upcoming are the indoor season, of course. But before we get there, if you watch, let me get to a perspective. I want to just set myself up for this conversation. Okay, it's all about conversation, by the way. It's not about dogmatic stuff. I'm not into dogma and doctrines. Who has the truth? I don't. I have an opinion. I have a stand. That's all I do. And here I go. On my episode of I believe it is the 290, where I'm pushing back on Noah Lyles' narrative, an opinion that he believes track and field is in decline because we don't have enough drama. Watch that episode 290. I got a little bit of a comment that challenged my opinion, which I like because we're engaging, we're having these back and forth opinions and all that stuff, which is part of life, right? So back then in that episode, I might agree with him to a certain extent, but I think he went a little bit too far with that idea of saying that because we don't have enough drama, no stories, no intriguing stories in track and field, people are not viewing it. I disagree with him. I think 90% or even higher. I might agree to a certain extent that we need Nancy Kerrigan and all those dramas, or the Faith Kipyegon and Kunde, him and Kenny Benarek. We might need that, but I said in that episode, it has to be organic. Once I finished saying that, I got an affirmation. I got somebody on my side. And I like when people are on my side that are bigger than me, larger than life. I'm talking of the Kingston King. I'm talking of the legend. I'm talking of the 8-time World Olympic medalist. I'm talking of the brand. I'm talking of the ambassador of track and field, even with Noah Lyles still active on track and field. I'm talking of the reggae god of Usain Bolt. Who is agreeing with me on this one? He's saying, and I'm not making these things up. When you get endorsed, when somebody who is Usain Bolt says, I agree with you. I'm not saying literally, but I'm saying his voice on one of the things he spoke about in I think it was an interview or something. He's in total disagreement. He's telling Noah Lyles track and field is still appealing to the audience and fans. He refers even to Tokyo Championship. He's telling Noah Lyles, no, my friend, track and field is popular, is still relevant, is still getting into the souls of those who love track and field. And to me, that affirms my episode or my thoughts in that episode where I'm saying this. Track and field will always be with us. Whether it is in incline or decline, that's not the issue. The issue is that it's going to be with us. We just have to keep performing. And Noah Lyles in 2025 did not. I suspect because of that, he feels that he has to fill the vacuum of non-performance with drama. That's not why he's a track star or a track and field star. And let me tell you why this fall off the rails and is in favor of my story or my stand, not Noah Lyles. When Usain Bolt is trying to say something here, some of us have to listen. Remember, this is guy, let me put it this way. Carl Lewis and then Usain Bolt. I don't remember anybody else between. I'm talking of 2-3 decades. Okay, there's big names in track and field. There's Carl Lewis, 80s, 90s, if you want to go there. 2000s, if you're talking of 2000, it's Usain Bolt in 100 meters. Those are the big giants in track and field. You can debate with me until the sun goes down, but those are the giants. Those are the legends. Carl Lewis and then Usain Bolt. Those are revolutionary characters in track and field. For Carl Lewis, it was him championing professionalism and money being introduced and track and field being not amateur as it used to be as IAAF to where we are right now, where it's professional and there's a lot of incentives, a lot of money and monetary incentives. That's what it went from amateurism to professionalism. It became a job. That's Carl Lewis. Usain Bolt took it to another level. It wasn't just about money, it was about brand. And even now, he's a Puma ambassador. After he's all said and done, retired, he's still the face. And when he says something, we pay attention as fans, and I do. Noah Lyles is in the shadows of Usain Bolt. In fact, he's so much in the shadows of Usain Bolt that 2 years ago, if you remember, when Noah Lyles was in Jamaica, he won a 200-meter event there, and he got an arm around him by Usain Bolt. There's a clip of him having an arm around him and telling him, hey, you can do better. You are the next face we expect in track and field. You are the man we are counting on in track and field. If you keep performing, you might even have potential of breaking my world record in 100 and 200. As he come close, not even close. 1919 for 200. Do you think Noah Lyles is going to break that? Do you think he's going to do that? Let me tell you how quick that is. So in the 100 meters is 9.58. In the 200 is 1919. And of course the relay, which the Jamaican team still has. Let me put it to you this way. He got endorsed. He was almost passing the baton to Noah Lyles. He was telling him, go out there and show the world what you're made out of. He did in Jamaica. Of course, you do that when somebody's at your house. It has changed all of a sudden. In this article I was reading, and Usain Bolt telling the world that the popularity of track and field is still up there. If you look at the championships from Tokyo, and he's still the face of track and field, even after retiring. One more thing he did that I think Noah Lyles is turning right now in his podcast. I don't know what he's going to say about this. He doesn't believe Noah Lyles is the face and the star. He's not the man in track and field as we see it. He's endorsing Sydney-Mclaughlin Levrone and Mondo Duplantis, the Swede pole vaulter, as the two faces in track and field. Why am I laughing? It's the truth. I might not agree with him with SML because SML she's popular. Don't get me wrong. She's as popular. She got voted as the athlete of the year last year. The votes were out there. Whether they were rigged or not, it doesn't matter. She was the lady. Every time she steps on the track, we don't know what she's going to do. That's a fact. When it comes to 400, is she going to break the world record? We don't know. But she is that dominant. She is that incredible, talented face of track. In the 400 hurdles, 400 meters, she's the second fastest in 47.7 in the 400 meters. Come out of the Tokyo, second best since the Czech back in the 80s. She came that close. Sydney-Mclaughlin Levrone, according to Usain Bolt, has more stardom on her side than what people think was Shakira, the drama queen last year. And Noah Lyles saying drama is what we need in track and field. Usain Bolt is like, no, we don't need drama. We need performance. People want to see winning streaks. And Noah Lyles was having one of the lowest. In my opinion, it should be in his standard of track and field last year. Bronze medalist in 100 meters, behind two Jamaicans. And Mondo Duplantis, the pole vaulter, is the man. He's the man in track and field, specifically pole vault. This guy gets the crowd not only excited. There's a difference. Let me tell you something. There's class here. Okay? Noah Lyles makes very intriguing, watchable entries. Before the race, Noah Lyles makes you want to watch a race, but not the finished product, if I may go there. It doesn't finish with the way he enters. He has a good entry. He is jumping up and down. He's getting attention at the blocks. By the finish line, he's been falling short. And Usain Bolt, who has been watching this, I think he's worried about the fact that Noah Lyles, as great as the name might sound, is not delivering on big stage and on consistency, without consistency. That's what Usain Bolt is trying to say, and he's on my side. Can you believe that? I feel endorsed. Okay, I feel like Usain Bolt should come here to this peer mic here and just tell me what he thinks of Noah Lyles, and I'll be like, yes, boss. Okay, to hear that is not a matter of me. It's not a matter of anything else. It's not a matter of Usain Bolt. It's a fact. Noah Lyles, as great as Noah Lyles is, he has a potential. And one of the things people forget is that age catches up with sprinters quicker than other events. You don't have Usain Bolt was exceptional. He's 6'5", and he survived almost a decade or so. Okay, 8 times gold medalist in championship, Olympics, back and forth, world record holder. He's an exceptional athlete. Noah Lyles, for me, has a very small window. And he's not the face, according to Usain Bolt, in track and field. He's not the star. He's not the man. To be told that, for it to be said that way by Usain Bolt, who 2 years ago thought Noah Lyles was the man who's going to drive track and field to another level, tells you how low Noah Lyles has fallen as far as Usain Bolt is concerned. And I agree with him. It's about consistency. It's about delivering on the high stage and even pushing yourself to try to go for that record. Has he done even that? Has he come that close? I don't think so. But I think the problem for me, looking at Noah Lyles, is when he speaks in his podcast, in his channels. He's become Hollywood products, or he's trying to drive a social media narrative of drama in track and field. They don't go together. Stories, like I say, guys, stories have to be organic. They have to come from a certain place. There's a story that has to be based on, genuine, investigative, something that people can follow and say, yeah, man, that's something we can stick our head for and lean in and listen in. Usain Bolt doesn't believe that either. And I don't know whether I have to read what he said. It doesn't matter what I read or I don't. But this is the truth. Usain Bolt, when I like this guy. Remember, people don't even know that, Usain Bolt, if he came to Eugene and Noah Lyles was racing in Eugene, people will be signing more autographs with Usain Bolt more than they're doing Noah Lyles. That's a fact. That's how famous, that's how popular, that's how global figure Usain Bolt is. Noah Lyles has tried, but I think he's trying too hard. That's my opinion too. He's trying too hard to sell the product. He's pushing it. You don't push it, let it be. Usain Bolt, the one thing about him is the calmness. He had that presence. Even on the starting blocks, if you watch everything he did, he was calculated. There was one DQ he had in the World Championship. Which DQ was that? He got disqualified. And you could tell he knew it. If it was not allowed, a small drama, that's not necessary. There's some things in track and field that really sells very well. Carl Lewis was very good at that. People are very calm. They know the sports wants them. The sports needs them. And they know how to navigate. Noah Lyles, to be honest with you, is trying to fit in those shoes. They are too big for him. Usain Bolt, Carl Lewis shoes are too big for Noah Lyles. And so for him, he's trying to create something else that fits his personality, which is okay. But I think it's not fair either to compare those guys. Those guys are legendary, and I let me tell you what I want to say about something. That this is very interesting for Usain Bolt, though. He says, "I don't think interest in track and field is in declining." Wow, we had a great World Championship in Tokyo. I just say that with exciting competition and full of stadiums for every session. I think there's talent out there. He's saying there's talent out there, including Noah Lyles. He continues, Mondo Duplantis and Sydney-Mclaughlin Levrone are probably, not probably, I think the world knows. He says they're probably the biggest stars in sport at the moment. Both are exceptionally talented athletes. And then he continues, I think the fans don't need to see records, but like to see good, genuine competition between top athletes. If an athlete is winning and attracting attention, the fans will watch. No, Elias, do you hear that? If you are performing on the highest level, people are going to watch. People don't care about drama. Drama can be in the winning too, and in some deliverance at the highest level. I like to say, he continues, I think there are some exciting things coming up this year. It is talking about the Ultimate Championship, which is World Championship in 3 days. I'll look into that. I don't know what's coming up there, but I'll look into this Ultimate Championship. I follow Usain Bolt. Like, I don't follow him, but I listen to him. And then he concludes, it will have the best of the best and is designed to attract new fans to the sport. Of course, he's an ambassador. He's a special envoy for track and field. And I think these statements he's making is a jibe, is a call out to Noah Lyles. I think he's saying, yes, you have talent, and fans want to see more. They don't want to see less. They don't want to see drama. They want you to get on the blocks and win and compete and stop these other things that are extra. You know, nobody wants to see other things. People want to get on the stadiums, fill up the stadium in Tokyo, in Eugene, anywhere, and see Noah Lyles do it. Not this intriguing drama that Noah Lyles was advocating in his speech or whatever podcast he did. And I push back on that. And I'm getting the blessings from Jamaica. Are you kidding me? I'm high right now. I feel like I just inhale. Hell, Usain Bolt is so good when the voice of Jamaica legend, world record holder, 100 meters, 200. Checks my episode on like I said, 290. And he says, yes, power to me. Listen, is how I promulgate. That's how I promote myself here. But I think it's not a promotion thing. It's a reality. It's not a matter of just saying it's about me. It's not about me, guys. I love when Noah Lyles does the best he can. And I think he can do better. He has to be more disciplined, more focused. I don't mind him having a podcast. If he wants to spend most of his time there talking about track and field instead of being the track and field face, that is happening for him. That is his story. That is his life. But for now, it's Sydney-Mclaughlin, Levrone, and Mondo Duplantis are the true ultimate track and field face. According to Usain Bolt, Noah Lyles has a lot of work to do in 2026. That was me, my friend, getting an endorsement from Kingston, from the Reggae King. Oh, I feel so good. What do you think, my friend? What do you think? Sydney-Mclaughlin and Mondo Duplantis are the stars of track and field, not Noah Lyles, not even anybody else. That's reality, my friend. You cannot run away from it. I've been trying to push back on SML. It doesn't work. I think for me, SML is a great, great, great woman athlete we have on track and field. I got to tell you, I don't think we've had anything close to her at all. I think for me, I want to see more. Maybe I have an appetite for more. More is better. But again, who am I when Usain Bolt says it's her and Mondo Duplantis? Go figure. Talk to you later, my friend. Have a view, have a comment, have a subscribing method, my friend. If you need help, I can guide you now to subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.